Good afternoon, Card Meanies, RJ, and it is time for the Sunday Trivia Recap. Hooray! Loud cheers, people doing the wave, mass hysteria, rioting in the streets, and a football game on in the background right now as I'm watching the Eagles-Giants game. So life is good here at the RJ household. Anyway, let's get to the trivia questions for this week. This past week, I should say, had three great questions, three great prizes. Get to giving those out right now, all right? So, Monday's question. Monday, Wednesday, and Friday were all what I thought were some interesting questions. Career leader questions for one team. So, for example, Monday, I asked, which individual hit the most career home runs, but only played for a single team in their entire career? So, let's take a look, shall we? This is the list of career home run leaders, and I will go down with them down the list real quick. All right, Barry Bonds, obviously Pirates and Giants. Hank Aaron, obviously Braves and Brewers. Babe Ruth, Red Sox, Yankees, Braves. Pujols, Cardinals, Dodgers, Angels. A-Rod, he played with a couple teams. Willie Mays played with the Giants and the Mets at the end of his career. Junior played for the Mariners, obviously, but also the Reds and the White Sox. Jim Thome, Indians, Phillies, White Sox, a couple other teams, believe it or not. Sammy Sosa, White Sox, Cubs. I think he had a couple other teams in there, maybe the Rangers, if I remember correctly. Frank Robinson, famously Reds and Orioles, but then he bounced around to a couple other teams late in his career, finishing up with the Indians as player manager. Mark McGwire, A's and Cardinals, obviously. Harmon Killebrew ended his career with the Royals, believe it or not. Rafael Palmeiro, certainly he did a number of teams in his career. Reggie Jackson famously started with the A's, went to the Yankees, and then on to the Angels. Manny Ramirez, Indians, Dodgers, and a couple other teams. And then guess what we get to? Number 16 on your list, Michael Jack Schmidt. That is your answer, people. Mike Schmidt, with his 548 home runs, number 16 on the list, is the person with the highest number of career home runs who played for a single franchise in his career. So that is the answer to the question. The prize to getting that right was a 2004 Alex Rodriguez card from Fleer, part of the Fleer Legacy collection. That is your prize, and the individuals on the screen right here were the ones who guessed. I noticed it was a smaller number than before. Then I realized Monday I had trouble getting the video loaded up, so it didn't get loaded up till like later in the day. And I think there's a lot of people who watch earlier in the day and don't, if they don't see it, don't throw in a guess. Either way, these are the individuals who did submit a guess for that question. So as we are wont to do on my channel, we will shuffle once and spin. You must hit 3 times on my channel in order to secure the victory. So good luck to everybody. Let's get to it. All right. So it was Christmas season this weekend. Me and the wife doing a lot of shopping for the kids. Well, I shouldn't say the kids. The kids are all grown, but the stocking stuffers. We still do a little stocking stuffer. I mean, the presents we get are like almost one big thing anymore these days. So, but it's Christmas shopping, running around. Went to Walmart to get the stocking stuffers today. Actually, had my company Christmas party was Friday night, so that was fun. What did we do yesterday? That's right. Yesterday we went to a friend's house for dinner, for Christmas dinner. So, lots of fun things going on. 'Tis the season, tis the season for Christmas. So, one of the things I'm going to begin to do this week, try and crank them all out, it's Christmas card season. One of the things I do, and I encourage everybody else out there to do it as well, I have a number of individuals that I've corresponded with over the years, people who have won my contests. I save their address so that I have it for the next time. People in the card community I have corresponded with, and they have sent me care packages, and that I have sent care packages to. I have their addresses, And every Christmas, I will send out a Christmas card to all of them and include just a couple random cards. Doesn't have to be anything valuable. For all this year, I'll probably take a couple mid junk wax era cards of people on the teams that I know these guys follow. Um, but again, it's just something little, a little card. And I can put it in a Christmas card to let them know, it's okay, Merry Christmas from RJ Collect Sets. Here you go. Here's something for you. Jeremy Michaels, here's something for you. You just got the victory on this one, sir. So, Jeremy Michael will receive the A-Rod Fleer Legacy card. Congrats for Jeremy Michaels. We are moving on to Wednesday. Wednesday's question, again, similar to Monday's question, was a career leader question. Name for me the career leader in victories. In other words, who had the most career wins as a pitcher and played for a single team. That one was a pretty easy one because everybody knows that Cy Young has 511, but Cy Young played for a couple different teams in his career, most notably the Red Sox and the Indians at the time. But second on the career list is Walter Johnson. And Walter Johnson famously played only for the Washington Senators in his entire career. Walter Johnson, if you take a look at the career leader list has 417. It's interesting, this card I showed just a second ago is from the 1970 Rolled Gold Baseball's Greatest set. And if you look down there at the bottom, his career win total is listed as 416. So somewhere along the line, either they found another win for Walter Johnson or this was just an error in the printing. But Walter Johnson was the answer to the question. Everybody on this list submitted a guest. Jeremy Michaels, you are out. You cannot win twice in my contests in a week. The prize that you're going for is this fantastic Shohei Ohtani card from this year's Topps Heritage set. This is just the base. Card number 150 out of Topps Heritage this year. So good luck to everybody on that one. Everybody up here submitted a guess. Let me scroll down to the bottom of this list. There's a couple other individuals on this list here, so you can see everybody who submitted a guess, and they're all up on the wheel, obviously. So again, we will shuffle once and spin. Good luck to everybody for the Shohei Ohtani. Yeah, like I said, I'm going to send out to everybody in my list, everybody I have an address for, a Christmas card, and include in there some baseball cards, just 2 or 3, probably just 2, just to share our love of the hobby. I mean, I don't know anybody who doesn't love a free baseball card. Doesn't matter if it is junk wax or hey, it's a card. So I will be doing that this week. So keep an eye out, everybody. Got to do it sooner rather than later because it takes a while for the mail. I'm sure during this holiday season they get backed up. It was interesting. I just got an email or a message on the tradingcarddatabase.com. I got a message from an individual a couple weeks ago. They were saying that they had sent me these cards, and I had marked in my trade that I had received it. I had marked in the transaction that I had received their cards, but they never got the cards that I sent to them. And it had been a couple weeks, 3 or 4 weeks now. So they wanted to know what happened. And I was like, hey, I sent the cards, I didn't send it with tracking. I just sent the cards out. I have replacements for 8 of the, I sent them like 16 cards, maybe 12, something like that. But I said, I can give you 8 of the cards off the list if you want, but that's all I have. Either that or I can send back to you the original cards. And he said he'll take the 8. So I was, getting ready to send him out. And then 2 days later, he kicks off an email and says, or a message through the tradingcarddatabase.com. He sends out a message that says, "Oh, just got your cards." And yes, the postmark was back in October. So yeah, you sent him. It was just a bad showing by the post office. So it's all good. So yeah, the post office can be a little tricky sometimes. So I hate when the post office screws up like that. And I don't want to send tracking. I mean, tracking costs money, so I do my best to use a plain white envelope, the PWE, just to keep costs down. But that's when sometimes things go awry, and you've got no way to prove to the guy you sent the stuff. So I have done that in the past. I said, I'm sorry you didn't get them. I sent them. Best I can do is send the card back for you, or send something new. What do you want? That's 3. All right, Card Collector 65JW. That's a win for you. I think I have your contact information. I believe I do, but if I don't, I'll reach out to you, sir. You get this great Shohei Ohtani card, so congrats to that. All right, going on to Friday. Again, we will take Card Collector 65 off the board and Jeremy Michaels off the board. Friday's question, along the same lines. I said, who has the highest career batting average, having only played for a single franchise? Now, this list is a little bit more interesting because the Major League Baseball a couple of years ago decided to start including the players from the Negro Leagues in the listing of career statistics, which is not necessarily a bad idea. It's kind of interesting to see where they rank with the Major League players and whatnot. But the problem is that it's difficult to know what was a real league game versus what was a barnstorming game versus when did they play in the Negro Leagues, or were they playing in the Mexican League or the Caribbean League? What league were they actually playing in, and what constitutes an actual Negro League? And there's so many variables that, in a way, I'm against it, only because how do you quantify what a real league game is? And people might say, well, it doesn't matter. These guys hit those home runs. Well, fine. Then wouldn't you include Major League players in all their spring training games? Wouldn't you include the All-Star games, barnstorming games they played in the offseason? I mean, how do you separate league from non-league games? What deserves to be on a career statistic? So it is what it is. Major League Baseball has chosen how to do what they did, and they provided the list. But one thing I will say is pretty much every Negro League player did not ever play for one league team. They jumped contracts all the time, played for other teams at will, certainly went down to the Caribbean and played in Mexico and some of the other teams in South America frequently. So it's difficult to say that any Negro League player back in the day played for a single team. So there are players on this list from the Negro Leagues. I am choosing to skip over them and say, without even looking at their records, I'm going to say they played for more than one team. So that being said, I will look at the list, and what you have here is Ty Cobb. Certainly the Tigers, but some people don't know Ty Cobb played 2 years with the Philadelphia Athletics at the end of his career. Rogers Hornsby played for a number of different teams, Cubs, St. Louis Cardinals, and the St. Louis Browns. Shoeless Joe Jackson, famously for the Philadelphia Athletics for a very brief stint, and then with the Indians and the White Sox. Lefty O'Doul played for the Phillies at one time, but a couple other teams as well. In fact, let me look at Lefty's career. There you go. Lefty played for a number of different teams in his career, Lefty O'Doul, so he does not qualify, even though he's got a pretty high average for somebody not in the Hall of Fame, just saying. Did I just lose that? I think I did just lose that list. Well, anyway, I went through the list, and the actual answer to the question, the person who had played the most, who has the highest career batting average, but played for a single team, is Ted Williams. All right, Ted Williams, obviously, longtime Red Sox great. So that's the answer to the Friday's trivia question, and the prize for that one is this nice Willie Mays Topps Gallery card from this year. It's the base card from the set. Nice Willie Mays card for somebody out there. So we will go to the picker wheel here, And again, we will shuffle once, and we will spin. There you go. Oh, I do want to give a shout out real quick to the Hot Corner. Mike Schmidt, believe it or not, over at the Hot Corner. And welcome him as a first-time entry into my contests. And if you remember, I was talking about having met Mike down at the Philly show the other weekend. And I'll try and keep in touch with Mike because he's a fairly local guy. He's in the Delaware Valley, the Philadelphia suburbs. And I know he said he was planning on going to the Philly show out in March when it comes back next year. So I will do my best to look for him at that show. So welcome here, Mike, on your inaugural entrance into the contest. Good luck along with everybody else here. So I got a couple. I would love for everybody to come back this week. I got some really cool things. I was looking around for things to show off, and I noticed there's a whole bunch of people right now with VR contests. So I think what I'm going to do is each video this coming week, I'll still do the random Mike Schmidt, random baseball and whatnot, but I'll do a VR response for 3 different people, all right? Goody G. Hey, Goody G with 3 hits there. Congrats to you, sir. Goody, you're going to get this great Willie Mays Topps Gallery card. So that does it, everybody. Congrats to the winners this week. Like I said, I will be doing trivia and all my normal stuff next week. But the primary thing I think I'm going to be doing is showing off my video entries to 3 different contests that are running right now. There's a number of VRs I've seen out there right now, so I want to do my best to become part of those. Maybe get some wins. You never know. You never know. So, hey, appreciate everybody watching. Thanks for stopping by out of your busy holiday shopping season. If I'm out there shopping, I imagine everybody else is too. So congrats to the winners. Thank you for watching. Please consider liking, subscribing, commenting, and all that jazz. Come back again this week for more stuff. Hope you all enjoyed, and I just want to say thank you and take care.